stronger than what you are. If you remain like this, you will never be able to help us. If you remain sterile like this, you should become vibrant. India is the motherland of Hinduism, Hindu thoughts, Vedic philosophy. In the hymn I told you, before saying take Hinduism all over the globe, the previous line says, let the morals preached in the 4 Vedas spread and prosper. Naan marai arangal onga. The message, the morals in the 4 Vedas should be propagated. The line says, the previous line. The first line says, let there be water. Let the clouds bring lot of water. Let their wealth and resources prosper. Let there be Velvi, Yagna. So, it's nothing different from what you practice here. What 1400 years ago was told was what we want to do now, tomorrow, day after, and in the future. So, you should become vibrant in India. Vibrant Hinduism in India is the only way humanity in the globe can benefit from Hindu thoughts. It is not because we want to kill somebody. No, we want to prevent killings in the world. We want to prevent torture in the world. Nobody can teach us human rights. If the United Nations declare December 10th as a Human Rights Day, they were late in the human history. They were very much behind times, because we have had thought about human rights long ago. When they declared International Women's Day, they were late, very much late in the human history. We have thought about it and promoted Shakti worship long ago. So, India should become a vibrant Hindu community so that humanity will benefit. All religions, all followers of the so-called faiths, not the real faith. If they follow the real faith, we will be living in harmony and peace. If our fellow religionists follow what their preachers have told them, we will not be fighting. If we want to live in harmony and peace, it is better everybody follows what background which brought his conscience. Islam, Christianity and Buddhism today are harbingers trying to destroy us in Sri Lanka. I am telling you, in 1981, Islamic population was 7.5%. Today is 11%. Islamic population in Sri Lanka is 11%. They were not occupying any continuous piece of territory. They were traders, they were business people, they were migrants from South India. They occupied pockets here and there. Now they claim a continuous piece of land taken away from the Hindus. We have lost the Hindu kingdom to the Christians. We have lost territory to the Buddhists. We have lost territory to the Muslims. Unfortunately, also I heard that Prabhakaran was a Christian. Somebody told that the fight going on in Sri Lanka is between Christians and the Buddhists. That you had all Christian leaders. It's a very sad story. It is a big mistake you are making. We made 16% of the population. We held nearly 35% of the land. 35% of the land. The most fertile land, what the extension of these Western Ghats into Sri Lanka was held by the Sinhalese. They were the most fertile portions. We held portions which were very barren, like the Ramanathapuram or like Rajasthan, we held barren area. But we were very hardworking people. We produced the best in intellect. We produced enough wealth for ourselves. We never depended. We had a kingdom. One traveler who visited Jaffna, he is a Moroccan. He was visiting every. He writes, the Jaffna king was sending elephants, spices to Western countries. So we produced wealth. We produced intellect. We followed Dharma. I want to ask you, please come to Sri Lanka. Please hold a conference of this nature in Sri Lanka. It will give our people the strength, the courage of conviction to face any onslaught. You should come and shout at the top of your voice in Sri Lanka. It should be heard. You should shout from there that nobody can destroy Hinduism in Sri Lanka. I want you to come. That is my message to you. First request you. We will give you all the support. The Hindu leaders in Sri Lanka will welcome you open hands. I do not know about the government. We can convince the government. Because we are not against them. We are not going to shoot them. We are not going to kill them. We are going to only strengthen our hands. So please come. I am inviting all of you. I am telling you, if you land in Sri Lanka, you will be our guests. And he knows, my friend who is sitting there, who was working in Sri Lanka for 1 year, he knows how hospitable we are. Already, Mr. Shachi Danand from Bihar has asked me to take him to Sri Lanka. I have promised that I will take him. Second thing I want you is, no, the Buddhists are being supported by a government in Sri Lanka. The Muslims are being supported by the oil, Gulf oil wealth. They have Saddam Hussein city. New cities coming up. One Iranian oil magnate, oil wealth magnate, has built 3,000 houses. 3,000 houses. I visited that area. On roof of every house is his name Jasim. Jasim. And the Muslims have cleared forest land, Tamil land, that Iran oil wealth is propagating, perpetuating Islam in Sri Lanka to the disadvantage of the Hindus. The Buddhists protested. I am telling you, for the last 5 years, the Buddhists are protesting to this expansion of Islam in the Tamil area. Because they fear that they will also be the target. We are taking Tamil lands. And we are the target, our lands are the target of such Gulf wealth colonization. Marichakatti is south of Mannar, north of Puttalam. In between it was Vilpattu jungle. Our friend from the Indian Army know it was jungle. They cleared the jungle, built a dam for water, schools, hospitals, community centers, roads, and a colony. I want you to come and see that. Witness it with your own eyes and decide what to do with that situation. As my former friends have said, of similar situations in Nepal for the earthquake. We had 30 years of war. The Sinhalese Buddhist army was crushing us. People were affected. People lost their lives. properties, limbs became injured, they became desperate. 15 lakhs of people have migrated out of Sri Lanka. Hindus have migrated out of Sri Lanka to 40 countries in the world. Now, those remaining are the targets of proselytization by the Christians. Like in Nepal, they bring Bible, they bring food, give you good sumptuous lunch on a Sunday inside a temporary shed. Bring all the people, talk to them about Christianity, give them money, tell them you will continue to receive money provided you become Christians. Who will say no? Who will say no? What does it matter if I am a Christian or a Hindu? As long as my stomach is full, I have a roof, I have some clothes, and my children are educated. We don't do it. The Hindus don't do it. The Christians are doing it. The Muslims are doing it. Do you want to look at that and keep quiet from North India here? Do you want to look at these happenings in a traditionally Hindu country and watch it so that we will wither away, we will fade away, we will disappear from there? Or you want to help us? If you want to help us, create a fund for Sri Lanka in India, Hindu fund for Hindus in Sri Lanka. These are the two things I will put before you. I have nothing else to ask you. Because our people need you. We are of the same dharmic platform. We enjoy bliss. We are blessed because we follow Hindu Dharma. We are blessed. I tell you, 1400 years ago, a saint said, I need this human life. I am very happy with this human life. I am blessed because I am the feet of the Lord. Kunitha Puruvam, Kovvai Sevvayit Kumunchirippu, Panitha Sadai, Pavalambol Meniyit Palvenniru, Inithamudaya Editha Putpadam, Kanapettal, Manitha Piraviyum Venduvade in the Malad. I want to be born in this world to be at the feet, to follow this dharmic principle. Tennila Malarnda Veniyai, Undan Thirinadam Kumbada Petten, Manile Vanda Piraviye Enak Validam, Inbamam. I am born in this world to be happy at your feet. If this blessing is mine, the benefit is mine, should my fellow Hindus in Sri Lanka have it or not? Please help us. I appeal to all of you to look into the two major inputs from your side. One is to come to Sri Lanka in numbers and hold at least monthly conferences or annual conferences. Repeatedly come there. Meet our people, encourage them. Secondly, I would like you to create a corpus fund so that we will build our temples. We will meet the Christian and Muslim invaders, cultural invaders, who are hostile to us, who are converting our Hindus, and meet a hegemonic Buddhist Sinhala government. Thank you very much for listening.
Jayatu, Jayatu,
Hindu Rashtra!
Jayatu, Jayatu,
Hindu Rashtra!